Well begun is half done. Any idea as to who these prophetic words are attributed to? Aristotle, some 2400 years ago. And who does not live this? It is a lived reality, except when it comes to mathematics education in most national school systems. Counting, the primary means of quantification, is not possible at all without boundaries being set explicitly and precisely around what is to be counted. Defining sets is how we set the boundaries. The title of this lesson is strong-worded by design. Sets must be introduced in the pre-primary years as the foundation for counting. To me, as an educator, sidestepping sets is a sign of how poorly we care about the promise and criticalness of childhood years in raising proud and productive adults. It also reflects a closer encounter with raising children as my wife and I ended up home educating our only child upon her request in grade 6. We realized that poor mathematical foundation is a given if sets are taken up in much later grades. Let us revisit counting. The mathematics most fundamentally connected to sets. We will revisit counting by seeking the count of 5 situations through 5 questions. You are requested to register the first impressions experienced upon hearing each of the question. The questions on counting are: how many friends you have, how many books you have, name the big states in India, the questions you revised today in your study schedule, who eats more breads among your friends? Think of the first impressions to how many friends do you have? The possible first thoughts on the question could be: what kind of friends? That is, classmates, colony friends, family friends, etc. What depth of friendship is to be counted? That is, best friends, party friends, games friends, etc. Is the nature of friendship important in counting the number of friends? That is, social media friends, club friends, hobby friends. Of course, there are more descriptors of friendships. So, which ones to count to respond to the question on how many friends? Let us develop a few precise and specific sets of friends that would make counting unique and easy with no ambiguity as to who must be counted as a friend. We could use any of the pointers mentioned in the previous slide to develop unique sets. Recall, the pointers were kind, depth, and nature of friends. Here are 3 unique sets that make for precise counting of friends. How many of your best friends are classmates too? Or how many social media friends you have? All the social media put together. Or how many friends you share hobbies with? And many more like these are possible. These are all clearly countable, with little possibility of miscounting friends. The second counting question was, how many books do you have? The possible first thoughts on the question could be: the kind of books, textbooks, exam prep books, fiction, etc. The nature of access to the books, own books at home, borrowed books at home, etc. What genre of books, thriller, horror, romance, classics, etc. Of course, there are more descriptors of books. So, which ones to count to respond to the question on how many books? However, similar to the count of friends, we can easily form precise sentences for creating unique, thus countable sets for quantifying books. The next question was, name the big states in India. The possible first thoughts on the question could be, what is big? By geography, population, economy, etc. How big is big? By per capita, population, economy, etc. How many? Top 3, top 5, top 10, etc. So, which ones to name? Here are 3 precise sets on the big states that enable a specific count of the states. The top 3 states in India by their geographical area, or The top states with states GDP above USD 200 billion? Or top 5 states with highest per capita income? More. These are countable. How many questions did you revise today? The possible first thoughts are: which of the revision mode? Orally, in writing, noting main points, etc. Which type of questions? Long answer, MCQs, short answer, etc. What kind of weightage? 5 marker, 3 marker, 1 marker, etc. So, which ones should be counted? And the fifth question was, who eats more breads among my friends? The possible first thoughts are: over what period of time? In one meal, in a day, every meal, etc. How is the quantity to be computed? Consider volume, consider size, just count, etc. And what about the overall quantity, accompanying dessert, vegetable, salad, etc.? Once again, how the breads are to be counted? Based on the wide range of possibilities of counting the bread as discussed in the previous screen. Here are some unique countable sets of breads. Who can eat most breads in one meal? Or, who can eat most breads in a day over all the meals? Or, who can eat most breads not by count but volume? More such specific sets to count breads. These all are easily countable. Now, the apparent lessons from the first impressions of the 5 questions. First, all the questions needed clarifications. Second, clarifications were aimed at making question specific. Third, short of clarifications, repeat or more questions to be expected. Fourth, counting needs clear description of thing. Yet the surprise and the best part is this. The idea of sets is natural, and expect a 3-year-old would clarify questions asked to her. Asked how many crayons she has, and expect to be asked the new ones, the thick or the thin ones, the one I got on my birthday, or the broken ones too, etc. Education kind of kills the innate gift of the idea of sets. Here are some examples of sets. The population of India, all the rivers of the world, Delhi metro commuters who take over 100 rides a year, all the employees of Microsoft, members in your family, people you follow on Instagram, 100 top peaks of the world FIFA World Cup 2022 venues. All of these are unambiguous collection of things to count. Take heart, knowing sets reduces your chances of mistakes. Learning sets and using sets for quantification will now be the easiest mathematics. Thank you. With us, you will master all the mathematics you need. Be good to you, not just others.